15th century, the world's richest seas were dominated by Chinese ships. Here in the Philippines, pearl divers still come across evidence of their journeys. They find porcelain, decorated with images of mythical beasts. One plate shows the huilin, symbol of good luck. The search for this fabulous creature prompted some of the greatest voyages of discovery. In 1415, the Chinese thought they'd found a real huilin. It made a guest appearance at a banquet in the Forbidden City.
It has the body of a deer and the tail of an ox and a fleshy, boneless horn, with luminous spots like red or purple mist. It walks in a stately fashion, and its every motion observes a rhythm. Its harmonious voice sounds like a bell or a musical tube.
Captured in Africa, the huilin was a giraffe. The emperor commissioned expeditions to foreign parts to gather intelligence and demonstrate Chinese superiority to the world. They did it by a crushing display of sea power. The first fleet to set out had over 300 ships and nearly 28,000 men. Each voyage lasted 2 years, visiting 30 countries around the rim of the Indian Ocean. The Chinese reached as far as Mecca in the north, Zanzibar in the west. It has even been claimed they reached the Southern Ocean and Australia. The enterprise was led by an admiral of legendary presence and charisma, Zheng.
He stood 7 feet tall and 5 feet wide. He had swarthy skin as rough as an orange, and his eyes sparkled like light on a fast-moving river.
The emperor chose Zheng because he was an outsider, a Muslim and a eunuch. In an inward-looking court, he was an imperialist who looked beyond China. Compared with European vessels, Zheng He's treasure junks were giants. They were the largest wooden ships ever built. Over 400 feet long and 180 feet wide, they were powered by bamboo sails on 9 masts that could be set to any angle of the wind. At the stern were the compass room, admiral's quarters and galley. Down below were the crew, animals and cargo. The ship was kept afloat by 13 watertight compartments. Each could be flooded separately and used as a fish tank or a washing area. This technology was 500 years ahead of the West. It was used in the building of the Titanic. The navigators checked their latitude by measuring the angle of the sun and stars to the horizon. In plotting their course, the sailors already understood the difference between true and magnetic north. They had a method for measuring the speed of their ships and kept time by using calibrated joss sticks. Zheng He wrote,
"However far the seas and lands beyond the horizon, Their distances can be reckoned, their routes recorded.
The details of the countries he inspected were recorded by his surveyor, Ma Huan.
那些沿海的镇子里，到处都是。
The coastal towns are full of rare spices and beasts that evoke a sigh of admiration. Everywhere we went, the natives looked with longing on our gracious gifts, felt our transforming power, and duly presented their tribute. Rubies, lions, pearls the size of plums were all given to return to the central country.
Traces of these expeditions remain. Zheng has a type of ginger named after him. A tablet in Sri Lanka records his visit. On the west coast of India, Chinese fishing nets still grace the entrance to Cochin Harbour. The last relics of a time when Chinese technology ruled the seas. Zheng He's voyages marked the beginning and the end of Imperial China's seaborne exploration. By 1430, politicians persuaded the emperor to abandon global ambitions. Barbarian kings, wrote one scholar, should be treated like harmless seagulls. The bureaucrat's advice was, the outside world has nothing to offer China, leave it alone. The naval effort was halted and never resumed. Zheng He was recalled and ordered never to return to the sea. To obliterate his memory, his records were destroyed. Today, Zheng He and his great enterprise are virtually unknown in his own country.